Let's be real, long-haul flights can be rough. Whether you're crammed in economy or battling jet lag, those endless hours in the air take a toll. But here's something that might surprise you. A whopping 50% of travelers don't plan ahead for in-flight comfort, according to recent studies. That's half of us, stuck in uncomfortable seats, missing out on simple ways to make the journey smoother. Did you know the average humidity level on a plane is lower than in the Sahara Desert? That's why your skin feels so dry up there. And while we're on the topic of discomfort, the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, can increase by up to 4 times on flights longer than 4 hours. But don't worry, I've got tips to avoid all of this. In this guide, I'll show you how to turn an economy seat into a mini first class. From seat hacks to packing tips, in-flight exercises, and food strategies, you'll learn how to stay comfortable and arrive refreshed. Ready to dive in? You won't want to miss these game-changing tips. Chapter 1. Pre-flight power-up. The ultimate packing hacks. Let's face it, long-haul flights can be brutal if you're not prepared. One of the best ways to make the trip smoother is by packing smart. Start with the basics. Compression bags are a game-changer. They help reduce bulk and give you extra room for those essentials. You can fit more without the stress of an overflowing suitcase. According to a study by Statista, 56% of travelers overpack, and this often leads to stress at the airport. So, pack wisely. One thing many people overlook? Layering your clothes. Airplanes tend to fluctuate in temperature, so having lightweight layers means you can adjust easily. A tip from frequent flyers: always pack a pashmina or scarf. It doubles as a blanket, pillow, or even a way to freshen up your outfit after a long flight. Another must-have for your carry-on is a multi-use travel pouch. Use it for your liquids, electronics, and even snacks. Keep it within reach, so you don't have to dig through your bag mid-flight. When it comes to electronics, don't forget the portable charger. Long flights often have USB ports, but it's better to be safe. Losing power mid-movie can ruin your rhythm. Chapter 2. Mastering the art of the aisle. Seat selection strategies. Seat selection isn't just about the legroom. It's about strategy. Choosing the right seat can turn an uncomfortable flight into a more tolerable one. For long-haul flights, experts often recommend aisle seats, especially if you like to move around. Sitting by the window might offer great views, but it can feel cramped after a few hours. A little-known fact: the seats at the back of the plane are often chosen last, so you might score an entire row to yourself if the flight isn't full. But beware, these seats are typically near the bathrooms, which could mean extra noise. Many frequent travelers swear by apps like Seat Guru, which give you detailed maps of each aircraft. This helps you avoid seats with limited recline or ones that are too close to high traffic areas. Remember, being proactive about seat selection can be the difference between a smooth flight and a miserable one. Research from Boeing even suggests that where you sit can affect your risk of jet lag. Those sitting near the wings are more likely to experience smoother air and less turbulence. Chapter 3. Sky High Comfort Kit. DIY essentials for in-flight bliss. Comfort is key when flying long distances, and a personalized travel kit can make all the difference. First up, noise-canceling headphones. You may not realize how much constant engine noise affects your ability to relax. According to a study by Harvard Health, background noise can increase stress levels by 30%, so blocking it out is crucial. Next, bring along a travel-sized pillow and memory foam neck cushion. These are way better than the flat pillows airlines provide. Add an inflatable footrest into the mix. This handy gadget helps elevate your feet, reducing the risk of swelling and discomfort during long hours of sitting. One pro tip: bring a face mist. Airplane air is notoriously dry, with humidity levels often dropping below 20%. Compare that to the normal 30% to 60% you're used to on land. This drastic drop can make your skin feel dry and tight. A quick spray refreshes your face and helps lock in moisture. Don't forget compression socks either. They help improve circulation, which is vital on flights longer than 4 hours, where the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, increases. Finally, toss in a few packs of hydrating eye drops and a small moisturizing lotion to keep your skin feeling fresh. Chapter 4. Jet Lag Jedi. Hacking your sleep and time zones. Jet lag can turn the excitement of arriving at a new destination into an exhausting ordeal. But you don't have to suffer through it. The first rule of beating jet lag? Start adjusting your sleep schedule a few days before your flight. Gradually shift your bedtime by an hour or two to sync with your destination's time zone. When you're on the flight, avoid the temptation to nap at the wrong time. Instead, try using a sleep mask and earplugs to block out distractions and get quality sleep when needed. According to a study by the Mayo Clinic, travelers who slept during their destination's nighttime felt 60% less jet lagged than those who slept whenever they were tired. Another trick is staying hydrated. Airplane cabins are pressurized, which can leave you dehydrated and more prone to feeling sluggish. Experts recommend drinking at least 8 ounces of water every hour you're in the air. It sounds like a lot, but it makes a big difference in how you feel once you land. Finally, get moving. Whether it's a simple stretch in your seat or walking down the aisle, keeping your circulation going will help you adjust faster when you hit the ground. The World Health Organization, WHO, recommends at least 10 minutes of movement every 2 hours during long-haul flights. Stretching reduces muscle stiffness and gets the blood flowing, both of which help combat fatigue when you land. Before we move on, hit subscribe and let's dive back into more great content. Chapter 5. In-Flight Entertainment Pro. Keeping boredom at bay. Let's be honest, long flights can get boring fast. The key is to plan ahead for your entertainment. Sure, airlines often offer movies and shows, but sometimes they fall flat. Instead, download a mix of your favorite content before the flight. Whether it's podcasts, audiobooks, or binge-worthy TV series, having your own selection will keep you entertained for hours. Studies show that 70% of travelers watch downloaded content on their personal devices, so don't rely solely on the airline. Bring along a portable power bank too. There's nothing worse than getting halfway through a movie only to have your battery die. Power outlets or USB ports on planes are great, but they're not always reliable. A unique idea? Try a travel journal. If you're heading somewhere new, jot down your thoughts and experiences during the flight. It's a great way to pass the time and reflect. Plus, it's a fun memory to look back on. If you prefer more interactive activities, download games that work offline. Puzzles, trivia, or even virtual escape rooms can help pass the time. Research suggests that puzzle games improve mental agility, which might come in handy after a long, exhausting flight. And don't forget your favorite playlist. Music is a great escape from the hustle and bustle of a crowded plane. Pro tip: try using white noise or ambient soundtracks to drown out distractions and create a calm, relaxing atmosphere. Chapter 6. Foodie Survival. Navigating in-flight meals and snacks. Airplane food isn't always gourmet, but with a little prep, you can make it work for you. One of the best tips is to pre-order your meal. Airlines typically offer special meal options like vegetarian, low-sodium, or gluten-free. These meals are often served first and can be fresher than the standard options. Another hack? Bring your own snacks. Airplane snacks tend to be high in salt and sugar, which can leave you feeling bloated and sluggish. Instead, pack healthy, high-energy options like nuts, dried fruit, or protein bars. These can keep you full and energized throughout the flight. If you're really committed to good food, some travelers swear by packing a small meal from home. You can bring a sandwich or wrap in a reusable container. Just make sure it doesn't have any strong smells. Your fellow passengers will thank you. One interesting fact: research from Cornell University found that your taste buds are altered at high altitudes. Sweet and salty flavors become less intense. That's why airline food often tastes bland. To compensate, pack spicy snacks or flavored nuts that can help satisfy those taste cravings. Lastly, avoid caffeine and alcohol. They might seem tempting, but they can actually dehydrate you and mess with your sleep cycle. Instead, stick to water or herbal teas. Chapter 7. Surviving the Stretch. Exercises you can do at 35,000 feet. Being cramped in a small seat for hours can wreak havoc on your body. But staying active, even in your seat, can help reduce discomfort. Simple leg stretches are a great start. Just extend your legs and rotate your ankles in small circles to keep the blood flowing. Experts from the Mayo Clinic suggest that these movements reduce the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a condition that can occur during long periods of inactivity. If you can, get up and walk down the aisle every couple of hours. Even a brief walk can help relieve tension in your muscles. If walking isn't an option, seated stretches are the next best thing. Try a simple back twist by rotating your torso to each side. This helps relieve back and shoulder stiffness. For those concerned about neck pain, a quick neck roll can make all the difference. Slowly roll your head in a circle, stretching out the muscles that tend to stiffen when you're in a seated position for too long. Many travelers use compression socks, which help improve circulation during long flights. These can be especially useful if you're prone to swelling or discomfort in your legs. Finally, don't forget about your arms and shoulders. A quick shoulder roll or arm stretch will help keep upper body tension at bay. Keeping your body moving, even in small ways, helps combat fatigue and stiffness. Subscribe to get the latest and greatest content delivered straight to your feed.